Here are the top 10 funniest Glennda moments. Number 10. Lucky number.
Let's talk escalation clause because y'all, I just used one in an offer that I made 2 days ago and the agent did not like the escalation clause. Why would you not like an escalation clause? I'm telling you on the front end what my buyer is willing to pay for the house. You should love an escalation clause. I will tell you right now, as the listing agent, I love it because it tells me what your buyer is willing to pay. I don't even need to enact the escalation clause. I'm just gonna call you back and say, hey, your buyer can have it at $821, which is what we did. We got it at $821 and my client is thrilled. I put the offer together. So the original price that we offered, actually the numbers equaled 21. And then I did the escalation clause to 821 and I did the closing date 7/21/21. And 3 times 7 is 21. And that's that guy's lucky number. So I'm convinced that I got him that house because I put his lucky number everywhere in it. Yeah, he was so excited.
Number 9. Snapchat Stalker.
I just want to go on the record that you people that call from Snapchat, you are relentless. Like one guy called me from Snapchat, no lie, crossed my heart, 37 times in a row. He really wanted to talk to me, but I reported him and blocked him. So if you have the idea to call me from Snapchat, I will report you and block you because it annoys the shit out of me.
Number 8. Why wear sequin boots?
Know that I love stars, but I also love sequins. Like you cannot believe I love sequins. I have these boots and they are sequin cowboy boots. And you're like, oh, like what? They're black sequin cowboy boots? Well, I do have the black ones. I also have the brown ones. I also have the silver iridescent. I have the fuchsia. I have the red and I have the turquoise. Oh, and I have one other color. Did I say I have brown? I have 7 pairs. I love these boots like you cannot believe. And I would actually wear them every day. And in fact, I wore them and showed Todd Chrisley a house. Yes, I did. And he goes, may I ask you a question? I'm like, sure. He goes, what possesses somebody to wear sequin cowboy boots? And I looked at him and I said, it's Monday.
Number 7. Would you speak every language?
Speak every language in the world or play every instrument. I'm just telling you right now, that's really easy for me because if I had to play like an instrument, like think about it, if it was a tuba, like that would require a lot of work, but I could talk shit in every different language. I would love that. Could you imagine? I could go anywhere in the world and talk to somebody in their own language. To me, that's like a dream. Like I would love that. You know, my son Nicholas, he loves languages and he can speak 9 different languages. He is so smart. He's always been really good at language, but he is absolutely amazing. And I told him, I said, Nikki, it's so strange that you love language and you can speak 9 different languages because you don't like to talk.
Number 6. Run over by a golf cart?
Maybe the funniest or maybe most notorious memory with my dad was when he ran over me with a golf cart twice in the same day. So that was a little bit strange because my dad used to jump off of the golf cart like he was like riding up to the hole and then he would step off, and it really worked well for him because he like knew how to do it. I did it and got ran over, so I would not suggest doing that.
Number 5. Where are the doors?
This is a great story. Let's call it a little get to know Glennda. So you guys know that I've been married before, multiple times. I had gotten to this heated argument with my husband. I was at cheerleading with Victoria, and I mean, I am pissed. Like my head is spinning around, snot's flying out my nose. And I come in that door, the garage door, and I'm stomping through the house. And I go up the stairs, I pass by him, I'm not even gonna speak to him. I go up the stairs, and I go to the bedroom, and I'm gonna slam the door because I am a door slammer. And the door is gone. The door is gone. He has taken the door off of the hinges. I'm like, oh, that's okay. You think you're so smart, buddy? I'll go to the bathroom and slam the door. He has taken the bathroom door off as well. I can hear at the bottom of the steps all of the kids laughing because he has told them she's gonna come in, she's gonna be mad, we're gonna take off the doors, and they are down there snickering. I was so angry, but when I heard them laughing, I couldn't even remember what I was mad about. So yes, I am a door slammer.
Number 4. Sold the wrong house?
Let's Let's do a little story time with Glennda. Remember that time that I sold the wrong house? I had been showing the guy houses and he says to me, let's make an offer on the house on West Paces Ferry. And I'm like, awesome sauce, let's do that. I write the offer. He doesn't do an inspection. For God's sakes, he's gonna tear it down. He calls me the day prior to closing. He's like, hey Glennda, there's people living in that house. There's nobody living in the house. What are you talking about? No, I drove by today and there's people living in the house. Hold on, let me call the agent. I'll call you right back. I call the agent. I ask her, Patty, is anybody living in the house? No, of course not, Glennda. Nobody's living in the house. I call him back. There's nobody in the house. Glennda, I'm telling you, there's people in the house. Look, let's go to closing tomorrow, then we'll drive by the house. We close on the house. I'm driving up Habersham, and he says, Glennda, the house is to the left. I'm like, the house is to the right. Glennda, the house is to the left. The house is not to the left. The house is to the right. But let me entertain you. I get in the left lane, I turn left, and as I'm driving down West Paces Ferry Road, I see the sign, and my life flashes before my eyes. I told you, there's people living in the house. I flipped that car around like you cannot believe. And I'm driving down the road and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I think I go to real estate jail for this. Like, this is a huge problem. Like, I think I lose my real estate license. Like, this is a problem. But I'm driving down West Paces Ferry Road and I pull into that driveway. I jump out of that car like Vanna White. And I say, this is the house you bought. And he looks at me and he looks at the house and he puts his head in his hands and he looks up and he says, did you sell me the wrong house? The wrong house? This is the right, I mean, my goodness gracious. This is the right house. I mean, it's on an acre. Look, you got so much space. Here's the pool. Here's where you can put the garage. This is the right house. Who would want to live on that side of West Paces Ferry? Well, yeah, I guess this one will work. I saw my life flash before my eyes on that one.
Number 3, the Flasher.
Let's do a little story time with Glennda. I'm gonna go show this house. It's the first house on the list. I'm showing the single mother, and this is back in the olden days where you would call the seller directly and you would say, hey, I'm gonna show your house at whatever time, or you give them a range if they were not the first on the list. And I call and I say, hi, this is Glennda Baker. I'd like to show your house at 123 Banana Street at 1 o'clock. And he goes, 1 o'clock? Yes, sir, 1 o'clock. Exactly at 1 o'clock, not a range? Oh, no, sir, yours is the first house. We'll be there right at 1 o'clock. Okay, no problem. Get to the house, meet my client, we go into the house, and I hear something, like I can hear something. Like, hello? 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 Not a word. So we're going through, we look at the dining room, the family room, the kitchen. We're walking down the hall, and all of a sudden, the master bedroom door opens and that guy is standing there naked as a jaybird. My client is right behind me. She looks over my shoulder. She goes, I think I've seen enough. This one's not big enough.
Number 2, Glennda said what?
So I'm telling this story about this guy and I'm on Instagram Live. And I say that the guy is tight as hat band because my mother used to always say that. And so I finish up my Instagram Live and Zara, she's like, what did you say? And I said, what are you talking about? She goes, you said tight as something. I said, tight as hat band. And she goes, you're not gonna post that, are you? Yeah, why? Your mother used to say that? I said, all the time, she always said that. She's like, you may wanna look that up in the Urban Dictionary. No lie, is a and the hat band is a. All of my life, my mother was talking about hat band, and I thought it was person, and I thought it was his hat and a band, and no lie, it was a.
And number 1, what's your favorite position?
So let's do a little story time with Glennda. So I go on this listing appointment. I don't know this girl, and I'm going through the house, and they have all this baseball memorabilia everywhere throughout this house. So we're on the main floor, and I'm like, wow, you guys must really be into baseball. She's like, oh yeah, my husband loves baseball. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. So we go up, and we're looking around, and we're in the master bedroom, and there's more of this baseball memorabilia. And I look at her, and I'm like, so what's your husband's favorite position? And she looks at me and she's like, excuse me? And I'm like, oh, baseball position, baseball position. She is dying. And I am so red because I was looking at the baseball and I think it was like a shortstop or something. And I was trying to understand, like, is he really into pitchers? Is he really into shortstops? What it was. And it was absolutely hilarious. No lie, there was never ever any time that I met the husband and looked at him and didn't think about my statement. I was like, oh, Glennda,